What's up, good people? Bernard Riley here, back in here with another one. You already know the deal. You already know the deal. You can see the thumbnail. You can see the title. Yes, Mike Tyson is still beating people up. Retired, but still beating people up. This, on the heels of the Will Smith Chris Rock slap, which I'm glad it's finally dead. At least I think. Nobody's still making videos about that. Another black male celebrity got into an altercation in a different way, different situation, different circumstances, but we still about to get into it and break some of this down. So let's strap on in. Let's get ready to go. Let's get it.
Hey. Hey, Mike, come on. Let's go stop back. Let's do the horse, man.
What I just showed you right there was the end of it without any of the backstory. That's the backstory happening right there. The story as it goes, as it was reported, Mike Tyson agreed to take a selfie with the guy, but the guy was drunk, according to his friends, according to his homeboys who are doing the filming. He was drunk. He was out of it. He wouldn't sit still. He was kept badgering Mike, kept poking and prodding and irritating him, and was just all over the place. And eventually Mike Tyson did the inevitable. He got up. He got up and put hands on him. That's what happened. You're seeing the hands being delivered right there. And yes, I do get a certain amount of satisfaction of seeing Mike Tyson, even, comfortably over 50, still laying hands. You can see the bruises on the side of the man's face right there. He's looking like a sad kid. He was looking like a sad kid. But this, on a serious note here, because it is a lot of humor out of Mike Tyson still punching people. On a serious note here, and one of the news stories that when I watched this, and this is part of the reason this sort of prompted me to cover this, I saw them kind of walking and tiptoeing and dancing around the mere fact that, oh, this is easy. Yes, he's a fighter. He's aggressive, but he can't act like that. He can't do that. You can't be, they was tiptoeing around the stereotype of black males and our aggression and this or that. And then look, see.
Another week, another unruly passenger, but this time he's famous, of course. And he throws a good punch.
Oh,
so
Christine.
Yeah, the earlier video you see, he really doesn't leave him alone. So
not at all.
He is a boxer, but still not appropriate behavior.
Not at all.
See, but no, there's a situation here. It's a situation here where you're poking and prodding at the bear, and then the bear goes and snaps and mauls you or whatever, and then it's like, see, we told you he was a bear. That's sort of what I saw in some of the coverage here. That's sort of what I saw in some of the coverage of this, and that sort of was seeping out with the whole Will Smith Chris Rock thing. They was like, see, even when they're successful and they're rich, they still act like you know what. So that was sort of seeping out there, but it's a different situation here. It's a different situation here. And I'm glad the Will Smith things died down, but it's a different situation here. Different situation altogether, where we're talking about at the Oscars, he's supposed to be able to take the jokes and go on and be professional, and the whole works, the whole Megillah or that. But Mike Tyson's sitting on a airplane. He's minding his own business. He agreed to take a selfie with somebody who was clearly and obviously a fan. He took the selfie. The person bothered him, and I am jumping out on a limb. To a degree, I am jumping out on a limb and saying it just didn't escalate from the guy just talking, and Mike Tyson just got up and started punching him. The camera doesn't show. The camera does not show the exact lead up to the fight. It just goes from the guy being drunk and bouncing all over the place to Mike Tyson punching him. I'm assuming Mike Tyson stood up and said something first, and I'm assuming the guy was still acting like the drunk guy that we see on the screen right there. And his friends basically said that, oh man, he drunk, he lit. They basically said it all.
But a statement from Mike Tyson's representative says, unfortunately, Mr. Tyson had an incident on a flight with an aggressive passenger who began harassing him and threw a water bottle at him while he was in his seat. Both Tyson and the passenger, seen with a bloodied forehead, were detained. But San Francisco police say the man provided minimal details of the incident and refused to cooperate further.
So I'm assuming that before we got to there, that it was more exchange of words, and then Mike Tyson did what he did in that situation. And to some degree, because I was hardcore critical of Will Smith doing that stuff that he did, and to some degree I feel like a hypocrite because I'm taking just a little bit of satisfaction out of this one. I'm getting just a little small bit of satisfaction out of this. So part of me does feel a bit hypocritical, because I see no problem with those hands being laid, and I don't even got the full story. I just know that Mike Tyson was being harassed. That's all I know, and I'm siding with Mike. Get up and do what you got to do. Get up and do what you got to do. But there is the backlash, the blowback. The see, we told you he was like that. We told you. That's the thing that's going to happen in these situations when people have to, respond violently. And here's the messed up part about this. The guy can antagonize, badger, and irritate and get on Mike's nerves and bother him on a plane. I don't know where Mike's security was at. The guy can do all of that. And if there's no exact tape of the guy throwing the first punch or just a bare minimum initiating contact, this guy who got drunk and poked and prodded and essentially started a fight with Mike Tyson might be able to sue Mike Tyson. That's the unfortunate thing about this. Chris Rock wasn't going to sue Will Smith, but this dude will sue Mike Tyson. And he probably will win. He probably will settle out of court. Mike Tyson will probably have to pay thousands upon thousands of dollars for those hands that was laid on the guy on that plane. That's the unfortunate part about what's more than likely going to happen here. That's more than likely what's going to happen here. Is how this thing is probably going to play out. And notice that TMZ didn't exactly show the lead up. The friend was recording the whole thing. That we know. He didn't all of a sudden stop recording and then just look back up when some punches are being thrown. No, he was recording the whole thing, but that's an edited video that TMZ is playing for us. So what's in the rest of the video? That's another thing that has to be asked here, whether or not Mike Tyson will face some penalty for it. But either way it go, call me what you want to. I take a certain amount of joy in seeing Mike Tyson still laying hands on people. So I'm just going to ride with it, lean with it, and rock with it. But that's all I got on this one. Make sure you catch the live show Monday through Friday and Saturday. So just make sure you check that out. And with that said, we are out of here. Peace. We gone.